Hello, I'm Mr. Spencer. My students call me the Stat Sensei. You may have watched some of my videos online. I'm kind of an internet sensation. Mr. Beast, Jake Paul, myself. Okay, fine. None of my videos have more than 2 likes, but hey, legends have got to start somewhere. And one thing I do know about you is that you're watching this video. Yeah, gotcha. So you're probably asking, why am I here? And I have to tell you, that's what I like about you. You ask the questions that I want to answer. And I'm here to tell you, you should seriously consider signing up for statistics and why it might be the smartest course decision you make in high school. Let me start with two big questions. What is statistics and why is it so important? First, why is it important? Well, it's important because I said so. Okay, that probably didn't convince anyone, so let's try this instead. By answering your question with some questions of my own. So, how did Amazon grow from an online bookstore into one of the most powerful companies in the world? Well, statistics. How did Japan rebuild its manufacturing industry after World War II and become known for high quality automobiles? Statistics. So, how does a baseball team with one of the lowest payrolls become a division champion? Statistics. And how did a group of MIT students get banned from Las Vegas casinos? Yeah, you guessed it, statistics. And finally, how did Target know a teenage girl was pregnant before her father did? And the answer is statistics. So now that I might have gotten your attention, let's answer the question, what is statistics? Well, statistics is the study of how to collect, organize, display, describe, and analyze data from a sample in order to make conclusions about a larger population. And I know what you're thinking. Great. Another definition from a teacher who thinks that definition explained everything about statistics, but really didn't explain anything because it didn't mean anything. Well, fair enough. So let me break it down this way. The way the course actually works. First, statistics is built around four major ideas. First, you'll learn to collect data correctly and how to recognize bad data. Because if the data is flawed, the conclusions will be too and are worthless, just like a politician's campaign promises. Secondly, you'll learn how to organize, display, and describe data, turning messy numbers into graphs, summaries, and stories that actually mean something. Yep, we need picks. Third, you'll learn probability, how randomness works, and how likely things are. Never forget, there's always a chance. And fourth, and this is where it gets powerful or statistics becomes the most interesting, you will learn inference. You'll learn how to decide whether something happened just by chance or whether it's statistically meaningful. That's what scientists, doctors, economists, and data scientists do every day. When you successfully complete this course, you'll be ready to tackle statistics in all of your college courses. The course also opens doors to future courses, including elements of data science, where statistics, AI, and data science come together. Here's another fact. Very few people tell you more college majors require statistics than calculus. And with the rise of AI, that trend is only growing and accelerating. Now, here's the other truth that no one tells you. When many students you see statistics for the first time in college, it often doesn't go very well. Not because they aren't smart, but because universities try to cram 2 semesters into one large lecture hall course with very little support. We spread it out over a course of a year. Taking statistics in high school gives you a huge advantage. The material appears on the PSAT, SAT, ACT, and TSI exams. In other words, you need this course just to get into college. And I know what you're thinking, but I already have another math class. Isn't that going to be too much math? And isn't my head going to explode? Here's the surprise. Statistics really isn't a math course. Now it counts math course, but it really isn't. It's a reasoning class that uses data to make informed decisions about real life. Yes, there's some math, but most of the work is about logic, interpretation, and explaining what the numbers actually mean, always in the context of real world situations. Honestly, you probably do more writing than calculating in this course. Statistics also not about certainty. Nothing is ever 100% guaranteed. Instead, statistics teaches you how confident you can be in a conclusion. You learn to say things like, we are confident this result is not due to random chance. We're willing to be wrong, but only about 5% of the time. Statistics ask you to think, explain, write, and connect numbers in the real world. It's the bridge between math, science, and real life. So remember, statistics is not a math class, it's a statistics class. And I look forward to seeing all of you next year. Thank you.